was that? Go fight alligators in Lake Jessup?
Yeah.
You think that'd be good content?
Damn right. These alligators are scared of me.
All you have to do is this.
Sure they are.
They'd get drawn to me if I did that.
I think it's another body of water.
Get out of the crowded Lake Jessup.
Bro, it's literally 2 different shades of gray.
3 shades of Bryce.
Gone.
Okay. Let's go through some questions, bro. Bring up the questions, please.
What compelled you to say that?
We got to start making T-shirts with these these sayings on them, man.
Oh, wow.
Well, speaking of shirts, one of the things we got on Instagram was our favorite Orlando City jersey. And I think we're all in a consensus on this one, I think, as to what our favorite one has been over the years. That's actually this one right behind Dave. The collared one, gold Adidas stripes. It's just class. I think I just have a thing for collared kits. So when we came out with one, it was just kind of necessary.
It's just like aesthetically pleasing too. Mm-hmm. Like there's a little pattern on it too if you like really look into it. And it the kit goes especially hard with like the long sleeves on it too.
Mm. Yeah, no, definitely. I like the location on the sleeve. I feel like there was detail put into the kit back at that point in time. You know what I mean?
Right here. The coordinates.
Yep.
I would say it was between 2 for me. I like the away kit last year.
So I was going to say the sunshine.
But I liked it better with purple shorts.
Yeah.
Because they wear the white now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was going to be my second favorite. I was going to say that's probably my favorite away kit. That's my favorite home. I think the thick and thin one is probably my second favorite home kit that we have.
That was our last home kit?
Yeah.
Before the new one?
If you're going to wear, like, white shorts, make it just, like, all white, the kit. Because, like, with the gold and the purple and the white.
It fades into purple on the shirt.
Yeah.
So it does, but it also, we've already had the all-white kit, so it's also, like, time to try something new.
According to a source, unnamed, there might be red coming back into the kits next season. So maybe they're doing that.
Yeah, it's going to be all white with a red
kid
collar or some shit.
Huh?
Just red on the sleeves.
Yeah.
That'd be nice for, like, we need a third kit. Like, a purple kit, a white kit, and then a third kit
That's
to just fuck around
MLS,
with.
though, I think, in Adidas.
But don't some clubs have a third kit?
I think if there's a big enough market for them, they do a third kit. So, like, Seattle gets a third kit every once in a while. LA gets a third kit every once in a while. Both LA clubs. So,
Atlanta.
Well, we get the parlay kits.
Yeah, but
season.
everyone does.
Everyone does.
Oh, do they? Oh, yeah, because
it's an Adidas-sponsored thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Prime Blue, stuff like that.
That, what are they called? Parlay kits?
Yeah.
The one that was, like, all white and gray and had, like, the purple metallic Orlando Health logo. That one's so clean. I'll have to show you a picture later, but it's...
Yeah, trying to remember which one that one. Yeah, no, I definitely would have to say that one with the collar, like you said, I also agree. I like football kits with collars. I feel like you're playing a professional sport, you know what I mean? Kind of look professional.
There are definitely nice kits without a collar. But, I don't know, collar just raises it.
It feels classy to have it with a collar.
Nice little game of polo.
That was so ass.
What?
Just the lost look in Zach's face.
That was horrific. Let's see.
Your fucking Crocs with no socks is horrific.
You need to do laundry, okay?
Bitches smell.
You want to lift up your arms again?
Bro, I'm telling you, my armpits smell better than them feet right there.
I'd hope so. Actually, I showered before I came here, so maybe not.
Bro, them things have been through it all, including a cockroach.
How long have you had those for?
Not that long. I don't know. It was before the beginning of the season.
Heard. Those
Maybe
are
a
already
couple months
dirty as hell.
Let's see. Where do we go? Twitter, Discord.
Sure.
Which? Well, that was a
Sure.
question.
Just
Yes.
do one of the
Twitter,
other.
Discord.
7.
All right. Moving into our tweets. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. Here's an easy promo. Oh, we got Barbie Logan Miller. His profile picture is now Barbie because new movie, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir. I will be seeing that in theaters.
He said, "Come to OCB." And if you don't know, on Sunday we play Inter Miami's second team,
What,
or
who?
Outer Fort Lauderdale's
Who?
second team.
Okay.
On Sunday, it is Easter. If you can't make it out, understandable. But it is an interstate derby against Miami or Fort Lauderdale. So
And you get to watch
Jacqueline,
Jacqueline.
the GOAT.
Before you move on from Inner Fort Lauderdale,
Outer.
Yeah, whatever. All you fucking clowns that thought you guys were gonna sign Messi.
Don't get there yet.
Oh, I will, because Fabrizio came out with a post today that literally said his priority is to stay in Europe.
Yeah.
So
It was also Ronaldo's priority to stay in Europe.
Yeah, but nobody wanted Ronaldo. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's any given number of clubs in Europe will sign Messi right now.
Bowley's going to work his magic.
No. He's going to go back to Barca. But anyway, your fake little news reporters and stuff like that were like, it's loading and like we've been talking to him for years. It's like you can have conversations with people for years. They can continue to tell you no for years as well. So
Yeah, it's because his house is 45-ish miles away from your stadium.
so he doesn't even live in Miami. He just lives in Fort Lauderdale.
He does.
No, wait.
Messi does?
He has a house
Oh,
there.
well, then his house is closer than I thought. More
Any-
reasons why he's not signing with that small-ass, shitty-ass. Fuck Jose Martinez. Can't score in the MLS, you
Gotta get
bum.
his name right if you're going to insult him.
Jose,
Joseph.
you, anything. Fuck him.
Add that to the list of names.
Next.
All right, this is a two-parter. We start out. Do you think we should do the traditional 4-4-2, having two strikers up top instead of just one? For example, defense, Holiday, Antonio, Janssen, Petrasso, left mid, Torres, center mid, Ojeda, another center mid, Pereira, and then right mid, Angulo. Then up top will be Duncan and Enrique. Then Enrique can drop back a bit to help the midfield and defense when need be. Duncan can for sure stay up tomorrow because we know he can score and he can shoot.
Wait, fuck. What the fuck was that midfield?
Stay up top. That's the midfield kind of confused me. Left mid Torres, center mid Ojeda, another center mid Pereira. Oh, so he's saying another center mid is Pereira. So
Okay. And who's
Facundo,
out right?
Ojeda, Angulo's out
Angulo.
right.
Oh.
Then the two middle are Ojeda and Mo.
Yeah, we ain't defending
It's
shit.
just outdated.
No.
Yeah, probably not.
The two striker look, yes, is potentially something that could work for us with Duncan and Enrique. But you're gonna let up like 12 goals a game with that lineup right there. And then what's your idea with the wingers is my thing. Like, are you pushing them up the field? Are you keeping them wide? Are you telling them to cut in? So then your midfielders are getting forward if they're staying wide. So then who's replacing that midfield spot? You have no defensive midfielder in there.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of questions to be had.
So, yeah, the 4-4-2, terrace football at its finest.
That can be played well, but we also don't have the players to play that formation currently, especially in the midfield.
It's definitely a dated system.
It's a Southampton system.
Explains a lot.
Just off the top of my head, I can't remember where I saw it, so I'm not going to go looking for it. But someone was talking about Kara still and back in Kara. and someone said he was our top scorer last season. Like, we need to give him more chances even when he comes back and he's healthy. But then I had an epiphany on the way here. Kai Havertz is probably our highest scoring attacker. Is he good enough to be playing at Chelsea Football Club? No. Is his finishing
No.
good? No. We
No.
saw that.
Is his touch good? No.
So we saw that on the week, or not on the weekend. Sorry, on Tuesday.
Is his hair good?
No.
Possibly.
Mills is better.
So on Tuesday, if you saw anything from the Chelsea match, you probably saw that he missed 2 goals that he should have had, and his finishing isn't good. He can get himself into good positions, but his finishing is just absolutely trash. Carr's finishing, absolutely trash. Can he get himself into good positions? Sometimes. So if you're trying to say that Carr was our top scorer, wow, congratulations. You were the top scorer in a team that had almost no good attacking football last season except for Facundo. So there's not an argument to be had with him being our top scorer when there was really no competition.
At least he found goals, though. Even how bad we were,
Carr?
like going for it, yeah.
He didn't find goals.
He had to do something to get 13 goals, I think.
They put it on a platter for him, and he just... Even when they did put it on a platter, he was still hit and miss, hit or miss.
I'm not taking this Carr slander right now. I was in a very good mood 10 minutes ago.
I mean, at this point, he's just not good enough.
So I see what people mean that you can defend him. He's just not going to work here in our system. He's not the right type of player.
What system is that?
Yeah, well.
The Poppy special.
Ooh,
The sit back and defend, and he will not defend.
But it's...
Or press.
He should be used as a target man, you know what I mean?
But he can't play that.
I don't know.
He's too clumsy.
He should be a target 9, you know what I mean? He's not the guy that's going to hold up the ball for you and stuff like that.
But he should be able to.
But it's not in his wheelhouse, clearly. So the way he should be used is like, I mean, Lukaku without the hold up, you know what I mean?
But then what is he good at if he can't do the one thing he's supposed to do?
No, I'm not saying that he should be here. I'm just saying that I know that he can score goals in a different style, different type of system.
Well, I'm saying, like, how do you incorporate Kara into a team where he can't beat anyone on pace, he can't beat him off the dribble, he can't hold up the ball because his touch is ass? Like, what does he do? He can't press.
He can't pass.
So
exactly.
You use him as somebody, give him somebody else to play off of. I feel like that's when we've seen the best out of him, even though it's not the best, best play overall. But like that's when we see the best from him is when he has somebody else to play off of, and he doesn't get any service in the air. Like let's be real, like any true actual quality service in the air where we know that he's the biggest man in the box, he
still misses.
Outside, I know 2 instances off the bat where he's missed a wide open chance inside the 6.
Out of how many chances does he get of that though? You know what I mean?
But if you know you're not going to get that type of service, you have to put those chances away. That's what a good striker does, right? A good striker's about either one of 2 things. It's a numbers game, right? You have to score goals. If you don't score goals, what do you do off the ball? And right now, Kara does nothing for us off the ball. He's just a waste of space.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, we could utilize him better than we already do. Again, if he gets better service into the box and he has more opportunities to score goals with his head, I think he could do that. How many, you talk about, so for an MLS level striker, who do you think is probably our best striker in the league right now?
Duncan McGuire.
I don't know.
Last year, people would say Josef scored the most. Not Josef.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about all of MLS?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us.
No.
Let's see. Currently, the top scorer, obviously, Jordan Morris.
All right, so we can just go. We'll just go with Jordan Morris for.
No, let's go with Joao Klaus.
All right. There you go. Either way, you see him miss chances every single match, but he has enough chances to offset those misses. You know what I mean? Like you see 9s at even the top level, like have to dial in certain games. You know what I mean? Like there's a shot where it's off target, and then it's like, all right, now I found my touch. I found where I need to be. I found my range. He doesn't get that opportunity. Kara, any of our strikers,
Because he can't involve himself. Like, at least, like, what does Kara do that Duncan McGuire can't do?
Trust me, I'm not saying the guy deserves to be our starter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying you give him more opportunity to play the ball in the air, good things will happen.
But then we've already seen Duncan be able to win the ball out of the air.
But he should be our starter. He should be our starter. I'm not
even when Kara's healthy.
Yes, he should be our starter. I'm not arguing that Kara should be our starter. I'm arguing the fact that we're not using him properly, and he can produce for us if we were to do something of that nature, in my opinion.
Our wingers don't cross the ball in ever. They cut inside, and then
Our fullbacks don't even.
last year we had Juan, and he can't put a ball in, but suddenly he can because magic.
I feel like Saturday last match, we had it. We've seen it on fan reacts. We've seen people say that we had a bunch of crosses. Why are we crossing when there's no one in there? So we are trying to cross, but when who do we start up top? Was it
Enrique last game?
And he's got to be under 6 foot.
5'9".
Yeah, so he's not winning anything
5'7",
in the air.
actually.
Yes, that's correct.
5'7".
Yeah, we looked it up last
So
episode.
so why are we trying to cross the ball when our striker is 5'7"? So the argument for we're not crossing it enough is kind of invalid. But
No.
we're just doing the wrong system.
You can't invalidate an argument because one time out of fucking 80-something games that we've watched now.
We try crossing a good amount. I think if you go back and watch games, you'll be surprised by the amount of crosses that we see put into the box.
That was literally a stat that I read.
Which one?
The crosses. We
What
are
was it?
bottom of the league in crosses.
If you can find that, I'll believe you. Then I'll just shut up. Oh, your phone's dead.
Go listen to
thing
the episode, you fucking wanker.
Either way, like, if you watch warm-ups, if you watch him in front of goal, he still doesn't give me any confidence.
Nice hands, feet.
Fucking hell. Like, we have a game. How many chances does Kara put over the net?
Well, he only has 13 touches, so it can't be many.
Well, no, not in a game. I'm talking about in warm-ups.
Oh.
With no defender on him. Half of his shots he puts wide or above the net. The other half are probably the other quarter are at Pedro or Mason, whoever's in goal. He probably puts away a fourth of his chances in front of net with no one on him.
Talking about warm-ups?
Yeah, Kara.
Fun fact, I touched a ball last game.
Same.
Hey, yo.
It was beautiful.
All right, so
You have issues.
our successful cross percentage, or
It's probably awful.
3.8,
Per match. Successful. That's higher than I thought it would be.
3.8, right? That's 25.8% of our crosses. So that's a fourth of them right there. So the entire season, we've attempted 16 crosses.
16 crosses.
Yes.
No way.
Does that
That's-
count like
No.
on the ground too?
There's no shot. That's right.
It is literally 3.8 crosses, accurate crosses per match. That is 25.8% of our crosses, total crosses. So
There's no
4 times 4 is 16. Because
Math hurts.
25%
Yeah.
times 4 is 100%. So
I get that.
4 times 4 would be 16.
But there's no way we've only had 16 crosses on the season. If they're talking like crosses from where the top of the 18 then like meets the sideline and it has to be in that area, then sure. But between balls in from outside of the box, free kicks into the box, crosses,
Free
There have
kicks
been-
aren't free kicks
I'm just
aren't
saying
considered
chances
a
into the
cross.
box. Like there have been chances in the air. And even when we've had that last season with Kara, he didn't do anything.
Oh, that's what I was going to check last season.
The game against Austin where we had the 2 reds, I can still remember the chance I think he had. What was the back post?
One? Oh.
No, it was a ball in the air, and he headed it either off the post and out, but like he was just sitting there, and it was free. Then I think there was a chance this season where he had a chance in the air and he put it wide, but all he had to do
There was one last season too at home. I remember for a fact. He was again back post off of a corner, no one marking him, and he puts the header wide.
Yeah.
Like that's something you can't do.
All right, so I may have interpreted that stat wrong. That I think that's talking about per match. So we're talking about 16 crosses per match. So
Alright,
it's
yeah,
25%.
a very good amount of crosses per match. 16 crosses per match.
this season.
Yeah, but even
So we're doing
it's
that
still
with a fucking 5'7" striker.
Yes.
it's still not good, you know.
16 crosses a match. What is that by 90? How many crosses is that? Like per minute kind of thing. Okay, calculator.
3 per third. No.
3 per third.
No.
Every 17 minutes, we're getting across.
I mean, yeah, but you're talking about Charlotte, who's averaging.
That doesn't sound right.
17 times 16 is
No,
a lot
Sorry,
more
they
than
go the other
90.
way.
You've got
90 divided by 16.
Charlotte, who's averaging 24.
5.6.
That makes sense. Every 5.6 minutes, every 5.5 minutes, we're getting across.
Okay, and then
No,
like,
because we don't have the ball for 10 minutes. So then
you have Charlotte, who's averaging 24 per match. Vancouver, who's averaging 20 per match. San Jose, who's averaging 20 per match. Philadelphia, who's averaging 26 per match.
Philadelphia's a much better team.
DC United, who is averaging 20 per match.
Better team
I'm talking
DC
about 20
United.
crosses.
at this point, yeah.
Crosses, just balls being put into the box. Houston, who is averaging 20. Salt Lake, who are averaging 21. So, I mean, these are not great teams, man.
So it's yet another stat that we're technically below average on. Or I don't even know how many teams that was, but if those are the only ones that are above us.
No, we're 23rd.
I mean, okay, but 16 chances. Let's say a quarter of those are good quality chances that happen to go to
4 of them.
So how many of those, if he has the chance to finish it, he should be putting away at least one. If you're a good striker, 25%, or put 2 on frame. But he doesn't.
You'd expect him to put 2 on frame and to score 1.
Maybe score
He's played
one.
one
If keepers
game
have it
this
at day,
season.
sure. 2.
I'd expect him to put 1 on frame out of 4 chances.
I mean, that's not great. If you're expecting a striker to put 1 on frame, that's a problem.
And there's no vendetta against him either. Like, we all want him to succeed. It's just
So
he
if you're-
doesn't.
If you're using that stat and he gets 4 good chances, he scores 1 a game, he's going to score 34 goals.
We're saying 1 on frame. It could just be straight at the keeper. But he struggles to do that.
I mean, well, the playoff game last year, he had a really good opportunity, right? That he just skied.
Yeah, against Montreal.
Yeah.
That was just him dribbling in. I'm pretty sure. Couldn't he have passed it across to somebody?
Yeah, wasn't it Rouen?
Maybe.
That.
Yeah, and he skied it like Mateo did against Liverpool on Tuesday. It was the same thing, but
Like, decision-making wise, too, I'd
horrific.
in the bin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I definitely understand where you're coming from. But for me, we don't have a single number 9 on our team that's performing right now.
You can say Duncan.
He's not had enough minutes to say that he's performing.
Well, so if he gets a consistent string of games, maybe you can finally find a consistent form. But with us changing our starting 11 every 2 seconds, 2 seconds, you can't find form if you're being rotated in and out every single match.
I've noticed that a lot under Oscar, too. We barely have the same lineup every week.
Mm-hmm.
And the good teams in this league have
Consistent starting
Consistent.
11s.
runs of game with the same 11 so they can feel each other and, like, figure a way to play with each other on the field.
Yeah. Then
Y'all are fucked.
that's rude.
It's the truth.
Then all right, so you're saying we're changing our lineup every 2 seconds. We don't have the same lineup ever back-to-back games. What?
Yeah. And what
Just raise
what
your hand like you're in a fucking class.
what does Oscar say all the time? Oh, we got to rotate.
Keep
We
your
got to
heads
keep
up.
fucking that too.
The lads gave it their all.
We got to keep rotating and all this fucking bullshit. We rotate way too fucking much.
So if you rotate and you don't have consistent starting 11s, then the argument of, oh, the boys just need a gel. It's just we need a little bit more time. They need a gel.
We
That's never going to happen if we don't have a consistent starting 11 either.
I promise you there's probably not a 4-game stretch under his whole manager.
There's probably not a 3-game stretch. Maybe 2.
Exactly, bro. Like,
So that's another
look at
point.
Philadelphia. There's probably at least 25, 26 games where they have the same exact 11.
Oh, not in a row.
No.
But yeah, I was about to say.
But like out of 34 games, there's
As long as they're healthy, yeah.
Barring injuries and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
and we've been pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Except for a few injuries here. and
Knock
there.
on wood.
Hear me out. We're playing a 4-1-3-2.
That's what you were figuring out earlier.
Yeah.
He had the fucking fingers going. I thought he was doing math or something.
No, but say we got Petrasso, Janssen, Carlos, Holiday.
Yeah.
Then we got Araujo playing the single number 6. CDM by himself. Attacking wise, this is how we attack. Then we got Ojeda.
On the left.
Yeah, Mauricio at 10. Facundo. And then we got Enrique playing as like a false 9 next to Mo, kind of. A little bit in front of
He
him.
just drops in a tiny bit.
And then Duncan up
Yeah.
top. And then when we drop back and defend, Mauricio can drop back like alongside Araujo. And Enrique can drop back a little bit and play as like a release outlet.
You know.
And
No.
when like Enrique drops into the midfield, then Facundo can have way more space to like cut in.
You know, that might be a little too smart for Oscar.
What did you say that formation was?
4-1-3-2?
Oh. You said a 4-1-3-1.
No.
It doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
but I could have sworn that's what he said.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not bad. I kind of want to see that 4-3-3 holding, with one defensive midfielder, 2 8s, rather than having a 10, playing with either Mo or Felipe there, allowing Felipe or Dagger Dan, honestly. I feel like he deserves to get into the lineup, allow them to both push up a little bit further. Both of our fullbacks are not the type of players to get forward, so allow them to play inverted to join the midfield with, Caesar and set that line higher. You know what I mean? Step on teams' throats higher than just the fucking back line being at the midway line.
We could do that for like the first 10 minutes of a game, but then they sit off. That's how it goes.
We could just do that for a full 90. How about that?
Wow. Crazy to think about that, really.
But then, with having your midfielders push forward like that, you do need your wingers to stay wide. So that has to be something that's like drilled to them. I mean, it's like I said in the Discord. Make them stay high, wide, and get them the ball with with them facing the goal. Both Ojeda and Facundo can make people miss. Yeah, Ojeda may not be the fastest person in the world, but that guy's got crazy intelligence. He's got good positioning. He knows how to move the ball around to manipulate people. He can win one-on-ones. We know Facundo can do it. So get them the ball facing forward, have overlapping runs to further isolate that. There we go. It's not hard. I don't know.
No, it's sitting there listening to that makes me think. Like, I want to know, other than what Oscar has done for us, like, we made the playoffs and we won the Open Cup. Other than those two things, tactically on the field, substitutions, how we play, blah, 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 what do you see that, like, you like about Oscar? Because on the players on the pitch and what we see from the sidelines when we're making subs, who's coming on when, in different scenarios, there's not a lot of good that you see. So in that from that perspective, like, what do people like?
I've liked what he's done to our academy. He's built a foundation here. I do have to say that. And credits due where credits due. Our academy.
Is that him? I'm saying on the pitch. First team on the pitch during games.
Just trying to find something I like about the guy. So let me have this
I
one.
know he does not like anything about him on the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So
I don't think anyone does.
I think it's how he steadied the ship here, the good times that he's brought here. People hold on to those memories, and I mean, yeah, the academy is not only on him, but he put people in those positions. He's entrusted them to develop players, and we've seen that work out well for us. So
when's the next part of that project start? Like, when do those
Academy kids
players
break
start?
into the starting.
Yeah,
Oh, we're seeing that with Holiday.
one
Alex
player.
Freeman, Thomas Williams, Jordan Bender at one point. Fabian Loyola signed the first team contract.
Yeah, but
Wilfredo Rivera.
Holiday's the only one that's like,
It takes time.
Yeah, you're not going to come in right away.
It's not like, you know, you think about it like in Europe and stuff like that, where kids will get signed to a first team contract, but then go on multiple loan spells before they even come into the first team back at their own club.
We don't know that well. It's Chelsea.
We don't send people out on loan spells. We just keep them internally and they play OCB until they're ready to transition, and then they sit the bench.
but I feel like, especially this season, like in MLS, I feel like there's a lot of academy players from like other people's academies that have been breaking out a lot more and at a lot higher of rate.
That could just be a result of them actually being ready versus some of our guys may not be ready to take on an MLS side yet.
So, speaking on the loan spells and stuff like that, do you think that's something we as a club should start looking into more?
Sure.
Start allowing people like Thomas Williams, like Loyola, like people like that we want to be key parts of our team moving forward, loaning them out to USL sides and stuff like that, letting them get minutes.
I'd say to go against better opposition, to see talent closer to an MLS side rather than a B squad that, you know, kids your same age. I want to see how they fare against, you know, talented in their prime kind of. Hold on. Fucking hell.
So would you say
Yeah.
to loan them out to lower tier United States sides or send them overseas?
You'd like to see overseas because you feel
Yeah.
like that's probably higher competition no matter where you go than the USL. But then I feel like if we could partner with a smaller European side and kind of have loan spells either way.
Feeder program
We
type of
did.
thing.
Yeah, with who was it?
Southampton or it was Sunderland or some shit. It was one. Yeah,
Interesting. There's no way it was Sunderland.
I think dude, it was
might-
someone red
If it
and
was
white
Southampton,
stripes.
That would have been
Well, it's-
fucking class.
Like,
But
if
then we like parted ways with them
Even-
after.
even if it was like a second tier French side, cool. Go send them over there. We saw Gio Aquini come over here from a second tier French side, and now he's killing it in St. Louis. So it's definitely a higher level. But if we could send those kids over there to get good experience there, and then they could come back, or we get someone on a loan spell from that French side, boom. That would help us a decent amount. Or even a South American team. It's probably more likely, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just something I thought about when we were just talking about that, how you see like other clubs do that, and it gives them a good development, you know, something for them to stand on.
Mm.
Like we've seen that with Saliba at Arsenal. We saw it with Emil Smith-Rowe at Arsenal. Multiple loan spells, people calling for them to come into the team, and finally they break into the team and they're doing well. They're ready for that level. They step in immediately and make impacts. So,
Probably going to see with Balogun next.
yes, sir. If we can nail down another contract, I know he's been itching to play for us for a long time, but he wasn't ready, you know.
It's also itching to play for the U.S.
Yeah, I think the
I hope so.
U.S. is like over Arsenal in its priority.
I definitely don't think that's the case, but I definitely think getting international football minutes is important to him.
Yep.
You saw what Southgate said about him not making the squad when he didn't, talking about how if Ollie Watkins doesn't make the squad, how are you expecting Balogun to make the squad?
Southgate's just a
Fucking prick.
You
idiot
can
to begin
continue
with,
to
like-
say shit like that.
the fact that he called out Marcus Rashford not being available is just like an asshole thing to do, considering he played the Euros while injured, got subbed on for like 3 minutes and took penalties. Like, have some fucking class.
It's the not so bold Greg Berhalter right there.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you guys want to talk about?
I've been out of shit to talk about for when we started this.
Well,
Oh, sorry. I have a question that does not pertain to Orlando City in any way possible.
Go ahead.
run it.
Is pizza breakfast food?
Is pizza.
Yeah. We were having this discussion last night.
All right. Are you defining pizza as
Lord, here we go.
with tomato sauce or without tomato sauce? Like, or it could just be just the crust.
Doesn't have to be tomato sauce because you can have what is it, a white?
You could have barbecue.
Yeah, that's
white
a
sauce-based
fucking breakfast
pizza.
food for sure.
So that you're just considering the shape and the crust making it is what makes it a pizza.
No, can we just say like leftover pizza from the night before?
Fair, yeah.
That's not a breakfast food.
Why?
You can eat it for breakfast, but it's not a breakfast
Yeah,
food.
What if you
maybe
throw some
if
sausage and egg on it?
no,
Sausage and egg aren't necessary. Sausage and egg on like what? A pepperoni pizza?
Take the
talking about-
pepperoni off.
You're talking about throwing egg on a pepperoni pizza?
I mean, if you think about it,
Melon.
so
it's tomatoes, tomato sauce, cheese, bacon, and eggs
Right.
on bread.
just replace the the red sauce, right, with a nice hollandaise sauce, right?
A nice, huh?
Hollandaise.
What's that?
They're broke. They don't know about
It's
that.
type of sauce. I don't
It's
fuck with
Hollandaise?
it, but
okay. Anyway,
Okay.
for you people, put some hollandaise sauce where the red sauce would be. Put some eggs, some spinach, maybe. That's a
It's like a-
breakfast
it's
pizza.
almost
Right
like
there.
a-
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's a breakfast pizza.
egg
for sure.
yolk based sauce.
I'm about to make that shit.
But yeah, cold leftover pizza, not a breakfast food. If you make breakfast style pizza with like the eggs and stuff like that, then yes, that's a breakfast food. But
What if you were inebriated the night before and you wake up and you want, or like you still have leftover pizza from that night?
nobody's saying you can't eat the pizza for breakfast because I do that as well, but it is not a breakfast food. You could eat fried chicken for breakfast. Is that a breakfast food?
Sometimes.
If
you
you put it
can-
with waffles,
If you consistently do it, does it become a breakfast food for you?
it has to be then.
Well, hold up. When is your morning that
It depends.
describes
It depends.
breakfast?
It could be 6:30 a.m. It could be 4 p.m. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a 4 p.m. breakfast pizza left over from the night before, sure, why not? It's already dinner time, but
Do you
you're eating
describe-
breakfast.
But you wake up, so it's breakfast, right?
exactly.
Do you describe breakfast as certain hours in the morning or from when you wake up?
Yeah, stop strictly at 10:30.
Only according to
11
Chick-fil-A.
o'clock because McDonald's breakfast stops at
Uh.
11.
Chick-fil-A over McDonald's, so 10:30 it is.
But it's not. Just,
McDonald's
what if
has
you
more variety.
What if you work an overnight shift? And
Yeah.
then so you wake up at like 6 p.m.
So that's when you have breakfast for dinner.
So then it would be a breakfast food because you can order pizza.
No, that's
But then
just
when you
eating.
wake up-
You're not ordering pizza at 4:00 in the 5:00 in the morning,
No, I'm saying if you work an overnight shift
right?
and then
So,
so
you get off at 7, 8 o'clock.
in the morning, yeah, but then you sleep. Let's say you sleep until 6 p.m. and right when you wake up, you're ordering pizza, and that's when you wake up. So technically, it's your morning. So then would it be considered? Would that be considered breakfast or no? Because that's also the same time that people eat dinner.
I wouldn't imagine somebody working an overnight shift ordering pizza.
Why not?
You know what? If they were open early in the morning, I'd fucking do it.
Fucking 8 hours.
If pizza places were open early in the morning, I'd order pizza for breakfast.
No shot.
Yes.
I'm talking for myself. No shot.
So we haven't discussed the overnight shift. Wake up at 6 p.m. Order pizza. Is that breakfast or is that dinner?
Again, you're eating a dinner food for breakfast, so it doesn't make the pizza a breakfast food.
But what if
No.
what if that's consistently your routine? He does that. He or she does that 2 to 3 times a week.
Great.
Then that could be considered a breakfast food.
No,
for him.
it's still a dinner food that you're eating for breakfast.
Negative.
What? Why? This is
Because he
content.
probably on the way home from his or her shift, they probably get breakfast before they go
Wouldn't
to
that
sleep.
be dinner though? Because it's right before they're
No,
about to go to
it's
sleep.
Anyway, so change this around a little bit. So now you're talking about chicken wings. Somebody wakes up at 6 o'clock and now they want to eat chicken wings. And now chicken wings are breakfast food?
Yeah.
If you want, why not?
No.
It's
What
not
should
breakfast food,
classify
it's
as
just
breakfast
food.
is what you eat when you wake up.
Breakfast is what you eat when you wake up. Breakfast
So it could be the
food.
pizza after the overnight shift.
Breakfast food is a category of food that is typically served for breakfast.
So if
You
you do
can-
it 2 to 3 times a week, you typically serve yourself pizza for breakfast.
So, but are you everybody else in a general consensus
No.
of society?
I am the person that I am describing that works the hard overnight shift, and they wake up at 6 p.m.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know, Bob from UPS. There you go.
Bob.
Bob's probably not considering pizza at 6 o'clock when he
Says
gets up to
who?
go into work. Says anybody that's actually worked an overnight shift.
Me?
Yeah. Were you eating pizza right before you went in?
I should have. I should have.
Yeah.
So then, if you get home from your overnight shift, and let's say the Bundesliga is just restarting after the COVID pandemic hit, and you come home and you have a beer to celebrate right out when you get off at 8 a.m., is that considered a dinner drink or a breakfast beer?
Yes.
It's both. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this 40 minutes of waffle. Sorry again that it was this, but get mad at the club to tell them to give us something to talk about. That's not being mad.
It's a perfect time to sack Poppy. Then we have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good content.
Let us know what breakfast food is in the comments. Yeah.
Drop your favorite breakfast item.
Yeah. Go ahead and
It better
tell
be
them
pizza.
how they're. Go ahead and tell them how, yes, you can eat pizza for breakfast, but it doesn't make it a breakfast food.
You want to know what my favorite breakfast food is?
Go ahead.
Pizza.
Yeah.
It's not.
You want to know what I ate for breakfast today?
Not pizza.
Pizza.
Proof is in the pudding.
What time was this at?
Oh.
10:30.
I feel like it was
What-
later than 10:30.
Nah, I woke up
Bro, it was
early
probably
today.
like 10:37
Seven,
or some
yeah.
shit.
No,
Yeah.
I swear.
It's 10:32.
All right, but
I woke up
Chick-fil-A
at 9
is lean.
o'clock.
I'll go
today.
check your fucking oven stats.
You do that. You do that.
Chick-fil-A
Wait,
is
how'd
lean,
you
though.
cook the pizza?
In the oven.
No, you gotta get a pan with water in it, cover it up, 5 minutes. Perfect. Telling you right
That's
now.
too much work.
All right, so you heated up the pizza is what you're saying.
Yes.
Then it's not cold pizza, which makes it not a breakfast food.
You motherfucker.
But why? What constitutes?
Yeah!
What constitutes breakfast pizza versus not?
The not
So if I
being-
have a plain or not a plain, if I have a bagel that's not toasted and a
Mm.
bagel that's toasted,
That's actually a
is the
valid point.
toasted one a lunch item?
no, because a bagel is considered a breakfast food to begin with.
Could it be brunch?
It's not a
Brunch.
point.
Brunch is basically breakfast, yeah. So, but no, it is not considered a brunch food because brunch food, that's when you start bringing in your fried chicken and stuff like that.
No, because you can definitely order.
You can do chicken and waffles.
at IHOP at like 8 a.m.
That you could, but it more predominantly a brunch food.
So there is part of it that is just breakfast food.
Well, because breakfast is brunch is partially breakfast.
This has gone too far.
Yeah,
If you're a restaurant, start serving pizza for breakfast.
if you
if you're
enjoyed
listening
the
to this.
10-minute rant of breakfast pizza,
Make sure you hit that thumbs
good
up,
for you.
hit that notification bell for the next waffle video that we put out there. Just bullshit.
That's a breakfast food.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We could have that discussion.
Waffles.
Pancakes, French toast, waffles.
I'm sorry, French toast is just the last.
Fair, but like I gotta throw it in the conversation. It's got to be a 3-horse race.
Pancakes are last.
All right, end it there. There's
Waffles
no
are
way.
number one. It
Go
holds
ahead
the
and,
sauce.
So do pancakes. It soaks in.
Nope, it fucking flops off. And you rub it around in the sauce.
The sauce?
Syrup.
Is syrup a sauce? Or is it a Ooh, is syrup a sauce or a drink?
Tell us in the
Question.
comments.
Is Four Rivers barbecue sauce a sauce or a drink?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe. Make sure you turn on a notification bell. If you like listening to us and seeing all this shit, then you should check out our Twitter at OCFanTV22, our Instagram at OCFanTV, our TikTok at OCFanTV. And if you're watching us, you found us on YouTube. If you're listening to us, then you already found us on whatever the hell that is that you found us on. Fuck you, Jason Christ, murder mystery guy.
Damn right.
Fuck you, Poppy out.